going on, guys? So I haven't been posting in a long time, and that's because I had a lot of things in going on with my job and home and stuff. But today we're going to be working on the Camaro right here. It's got a couple issues with the cooling fans. They're not getting power to the relay. Instead of me diagnosing anything, I'm just gonna make a new wire system so I can just flip it on and flip it off whenever I want. And an update on the things here at home. Got myself a little Grom, painted the truck. Still haven't wet sanded it down, so I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. But here it is. I got finally went to paint the truck. But yeah, this is what we're gonna be working on today. Alright guys, so here is a little rough draft that I made. Hopefully you guys can understand this. If not, then I'll walk you guys through it. This is a relay right here, and when these two pin 85 and 86 are energized, it's going to be like an electromagnetic plunger that makes pin 30 and 87 contact each other. So we're going to have battery positive here going to pin 86. Pin 85 is going to be I'm gonna run a wire from here to a switch inside the car and the switch to a ground. So either I'm gonna get positive either from the battery or from an ignition source. So it's gonna be activated via negative side. So pin 85 and 86. When I flip the switch, they're gonna run power through this, which is gonna create pin 30 and 87 to energize each other. Now pin 30 is gonna go from the battery to a fuse, either 30, 25, 20 amp. And when these two contact each other, it's gonna send power to fan 1 and 2. I'm gonna run these two fans together, and then I'm gonna put the negative side to the body, and also from fan number 2 to the body. So that's gonna create them. It's gonna make them turn on when I flip the switch. Basically, that's what I'm gonna do. Pin 30 is gonna be battery positive. Pin 86 battery positive or ignition source. Pin 87 is gonna go to the fan, and pin 85 is gonna be the switch. So here's another good look at it. I'm gonna run you guys through it. Hopefully you can understand a little bit better. Alright, so what we're gonna need is 12 gauge for the positive side wires. We're gonna need fuses. We're going to need a bunch of connectors and cutters. And for the negative side, I'm gonna use 20 gauge wire. And you're also going to need a wife, because I left the rest of my stuff at home, and she is gonna come over here to bring them. 4 days later, she finally came for that missing piece of what I need to work on this. What'd you bring me?
Very large iced coffee.
Now we're talking. Now we can get fucking started.
Wraps.
Also, for the fuse holders, I don't buy them, I make them. So that way I don't have to go to the store, spend money on a product. I could just make them here at home. And a fuse holder, the only thing that is 2 wires with connectors that hold the fuse. So to make the fuse holder, get your fuse, get the blue connectors, put one here, put one there. Obviously that's what's going to be holding the fuse at the top. Get 12 gauge wire. You can stick this in here. You can see it sticking on through the top right there. Got another wire. Stick that in here. Crimp them. Stick this inside the wires, and boom, you have your fuse holder right here. Alright, so I made my 2 fuse holders. The 25 amp is gonna be from the battery to pin 30, and the 15 amp is gonna be from pin 86 to the fans. Now when doing anything with wiring system, make sure you disconnect the battery first. Okay, so now I got the negative side from both fans, which is this one and this one on the left, and I crimped these two together. I'm talking about the negative, and then from there I bring it to the body of the car all the way up here. Sort of connection. And then the positive side for the fans, which is this and these, and this one, I put them together and bring it all the way up. Alright, so now that we have the ones from the fan going to pin 87, I'm gonna have the other power wire, which is gonna be pin 30 with the 20 amp fuse, and I'm gonna be running that one to here. Okay, so now I am running another power wire from here to pin 86. Alright, now that we're inside of the car, I don't know if you can see the hole up there. Right here, I'm gonna stick a hanger and see if I can bring the wiring for the switch. Here we go. Boom. So the wire that we bring in is gonna go on the switch, and as you can see, if it focuses right here, this is the off and this is the on. You put the wire on the on, and then the wire from the and then off to the body of the car. And then the negative side, which this one I have it wrapped around the front to this thing right here. So let's give it a test hit, see if it works before I put everything back in together. Alright, so before we do a test hit, let's make sure we have everything right. So pin 30, where's it at? Pin 30 to power, pin 85, pin 86 to power again, pin 85, which is the negative side. This is gonna go inside of the cabin to the switch, and pin, where's it, 86 with the 30 amp fuse, and the other fuse is gonna be like a 15, I think 15, 30 amp fuse to the fans. So let's go in here, make sure everything works. Okay, so let's see. All right, ready to go. Real quick. Oh yeah. I think we're ready to go.